Know the story, you don't. The real one's much more gory. The phony one, the one you know, was cooked up years and years ago and made to sound all soft and sappy just to keep the children happy. Mind you, they got the first bit right. The bit where in the dead of night the ugly sisters, jewels and all, departed for the palace ball. Well, darling little Cinderella was locked up in a slimy cellar where rats who wanted things to eat began to nibble at her feet. She shouted help.
Oh!
And let me out.
Let me out!
A magic fairy heard her shout, appearing in a blaze of light. She said, "My dear, are you all right?"
My dear, are you all right?
All right, cried Cindy.
All right.
Can't you see?
Can't you see?
I'm as unhappy as can be.
I'm as unhappy as can be.
She beat her fists against the wall and shouted, "Get me to the ball.
Get me to the ball!
I want a dress.
I want a dress!
I want a coach.
I want a coach!
And earrings and a diamond brooch.
And earrings and a diamond brooch.
And silver slippers.
And silver slippers.
2 of those.
2 of those.
And lovely nylon pantyhose.
And lovely nylon pantyhose.
Done up like that, I guarantee.
Done up like that, I guarantee.
The handsome prince will fall for me.
The handsome prince will fall for me.
The fairy said, "Hang on a tick."
Hang on a tick.
She gave her wand a mighty flick.
Flick.
And quickly, in no time at all, Cindy was at the palace ball. And cut. It made the ugly sisters wince to see her dancing with the prince. She held him very tight and pressed herself against his manly chest. The prince himself was turned to pulp. All he could do was gasp and gulp. Then midnight struck. Sound effect.
Ding, 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 ding.
And Cindy shouted, "Heck, I've got to run to save my neck."
Heck, I've got to run to save my neck.
The prince cried, "No, alas, alack."
No, alas, alack!
He grabbed her dress to hold her back.
Oh, oh.
And Cindy shouted, "Let me go." The dress was ripped from head to toe.
Let me go!
She ran out in her underwear.
Oh.
One slipper on the stair. The prince was on it like a dart.
Oh.
He pressed it to his pounding heart. "The girl this slipper fits," he cried.
The girl whose slipper fits this foot.
"Tomorrow morn shall be my bride.
Tomorrow morning will be my bride.
I'll visit every house in town until I track the maiden down."
I'll visit every house in town until I track this maiden down.
And going. Then rather carelessly, I fear, he placed it on a crate of beer. At once one of the ugly sisters, the one whose face was blotched with blisters, snuck up and grabbed the dainty shoe and quickly flushed it down the loo. And in its place he calmly put the slipper from his own left foot. Aha, you see the plot grows thicker and Cindy's luck starts looking sicker. And so, next day the prince went charging down to knock on every door in town. In every house the tension grew. Who was the owner of the shoe? The shoe was long and very wide. A normal foot got lost inside. Also it smelt a wee bit icky. The owner's feet were hot and sticky. From all around thousands of people came to try it on, but all in vain. Then came the ugly sisters go. When I click it, I go. All around thousands of people came to try it on, but all in vain. Then came one ugly sisters go. She tried it on. The prince screamed, "No!
No!
But she screamed, "Yes, it fits Whoopee.
Yes, it fits Whoopee!
Now you have to marry me."
So now you have to marry me!
The prince went white from ear to ear. He muttered, "Let's get out of here."
Let's get out of here.
"Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, no, you
You
don't!
made a vow.
You made a vow!
There's no way you can back out now."
There's no way you can back out now!
"Off with the head," the prince roared back.
Off with her
He
head!
swung his trusty sword and smack.
Chwa!
Her head went crashing to the ground. It bounced a bit and rolled around. In the kitchen, peeling spuds, Cinderella heard the thuds of bouncing heads upon the floor and poked her own head round the door.
Oh.
"What's all the racket?" Cindy cried.
What's all the racket?
"Mind your own biz," the prince replied.
Mind your own biz!
Poor Cindy's heart was torn to shreds. My prince, she thought, he chops off heads.
My prince,
He chops off heads.
How can I marry anyone who does that kind of thing for fun?
How can I marry anyone who does that kind of thing for fun?
The prince cried, who is this dirty mutt? Off with her nut, off with her nut.
Who is this dirty mutt? Up with her nut! Up with her nut!
Just then, all in a blaze of light, the magic fairy hove in sight. Her magic wand went swoosh and swish.
Swish, swish,
Cindy, she cried,
Cindy,
come make a wish.
come make a wish.
Wish anything and have no doubt
Wish anything and have no doubt
that I shall make it come about.
that I shall make it come
O
about.
kind fairy,
Oh, kind fairy,
this time I shall be more wary.
this time I shall be more wary.
No more princes,
No more princess.
no more money.
No more money.
I have had my taste of honey.
I've had my taste of honey.
I'm looking for a decent man.
I'm looking for a decent man.
They're hard to find, do you think you can?
They're hard to find. Do you think you can?
Within a minute, Cinderella was married to a lovely fellow, a simple jam maker by trade who made homemade marmalade. Their house was filled with smiles and laughter, and they lived happily ever after. The end.